Accelerating the implementation of the Migration Pact is the result of the growing problems generated by migrants from other cultural backgrounds. Figures from the French Interior Ministry show that more than a dozen acts of sexual violence occur in France every hour. A radical solution to the migrant problem has been introduced for several days by the Donald Trump administration. This is the end of impunity for illegal immigrants, which was guaranteed to them by the Democrats in power until now. Now those who broke U.S. law will end up where they came from. Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, Venezuela, or Colombia.
We are going to follow the process, evaluate all of these individuals that are in our country, including the Venezuelans that are here and members of TDA. Listen, I was in New York City yesterday, and the people of this country want these dirtbags out.
Nearly 1,000 illegal immigrants were deported in the first week of Donald Trump's presidency alone. And this is just the beginning of a process that could involve up to 12 million criminals and will take at least several years.
Every resource possible to securing America's borders. This flight in particular had 80 Guatemalan nationals who were all found to be amenable to removal under Title 8 of the U.S. Code, and they will subsequently be removed.
The goal is safe streets of American cities and towns, until now terrorized by illegal immigrants. Now they face a harsh fate.
The worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately.
The new U.S. administration under Donald Trump is concerned about the safety of its own citizens. At the same time, in Western Europe, it's the illegal immigrants who make their own rules. Violence in the streets, robberies, sexual attacks on women. And not only during such riots, but on a daily basis. In schools, workplaces, swimming pools. In public transports, 90% of thefts and 60% of sexual assaults are committed by foreigners. Overall, foreigners are overrepresented in almost every possible category of crime. Every hour in France, there are 16 assaults, 22 acts of domestic violence, 14 acts of sexual violence, including rape, and 76 thefts. And these are just the official figures from the French Interior Ministry. The perpetrators of most of these are immigrants who attack mostly women and children. Sexual crime is increasing dramatically, as well as various thefts and vandalism. Residents no longer feel safe in their own cities and towns. Assaults, like the one by the knife man in Lyon, have become a daily occurrence in many French cities, but also wherever authorities have let illegal immigrants out without control. These are the streets of Berlin, overrun by immigrant gangs. It's similar in Brussels, too. Right in front of Milan's cathedral, Islamic immigrants threatened residents. In France, there has been buzz about the story of a woman who was kidnapped from a restaurant in Nanterre, taken 300 kilometers away and assaulted. And these are just examples from recent days. Women are afraid. French women are afraid. They are afraid in particular to go out alone in the evening or to take public transportation because a lot of bad things can happen to them there. The highest price for liberal left political correctness is being paid today by ordinary residents of Western European cities. It is on them that their aggression is unloaded by immigrants who are not controlled by anyone and often go unpunished. Donald Trump has bet on the safety of his own citizens, but first it was the American people who had to bet on Donald Trump.